The other thing, know that companies will list job recs with like accounting degree preferred, for example, right? One of the biggest reasons companies do that is to filter out the sheer volume of applicants that they have to look at. It's no different from undergraduate colleges looking at, having there's a recommended SAT score, et cetera. Part of it is just a filtering process on the back end. So I would strongly encourage you, don't ever be discouraged if there's a job out there and there's some aspect of the job that you don't possess, because that should never stop you from pursuing it and having a conversation. Now you might pursue the conversation and the person says, hey, I can hire one person this year, I need a CPA on this team, that's what I need to have. And that's fine, but you should make sure you explore that. You should never not explore it because of a line item on a job.
Also, if you're looking at a firm like PwC or just a large company, and they have a template online for you to apply to that job, never use that template. I did that one time for Fidelity. I just graduated in '99, and they had an analyst position, and I uploaded, piece by piece my resume into this online form. Click submit, and they sent me this robotic response, like, you are applicant number 10 billion, and we'll get back to you if you're interested. And I just had this vision, like, there goes my resume, and this enormous, airport hangar of resumes, and I will never be found again. And I think, again, use the Middlebury network. There are easily dozens of people from Middlebury that have worked at PwC at one time or another. Use, if they're there currently, call them, talk to them. And if you impress that person enough on that 20-minute phone call and express your interest in that job, you can send them their resume, and oftentimes they'll offer to do it. They'll say, send me your resume and I'll hand it to the person in HR who's hiring. And that alone, that act, will put you at the top of a pile of thousands of other people usually that just don't have that access. So definitely use the Middlebury network.
Yeah, I've never gotten a job through a post in my life. I came from Middlebury, I got my job through, I literally went, I said, okay, I'm going to be a journalist. I went and printed out all of the Middlebury alumni that were journalists. I actually, back in the day, I sent letters, like actual postage to people. And then I had a yield rate of let's say I probably had a yield rate of 5%. No, actually, no, that's not true. In my first job, I had a high yield rate because I think that's one of the great things about Middlebury is that people actually think want to get back to one of the benefits of being at a smaller school versus school with hundreds of thousands of them much more on. So reach out to people especially right now in this economy. I might not post a job right now, but maybe in 6 months from now, the economy changes a little bit, and I know that I'm going to be posting a role. In June. Well, if people are reaching out to me now, you're going to be on my radar screen. So when I post that job, I might proactively go out and reach out to you and say, hey, by the way, this is popping up in a month. If you're interested, are you still interested? If so, I'd love to bring you on board. So that's critically important.
Two really quick things. One is, if you guys are picking up on the theme, it's all about differentiation. This is about how to make yourself different from the past. And the second point is, if I have any regrets so far in my career, it's those times when I've underestimated myself. When I've said, it's kind of a senior person, I don't think they're going to want to talk to me. Or, I don't think I could get into talk. Or, McKinsey is just not going to hire me. I swear to you, I've said this a million times to myself. And then I also have this little self-conversation that is, Shannon, every time you do this, you get mad at yourself and you close doors. And so you have to be willing to put yourself out there and say, you know what? Okay, I'm a little afraid to call this person because they sound important, their title's important. But honestly, if that's the case for any of our companies, we are all people that are obviously excited to be here and talking to you guys. Because we made the trip here today, right? So it's people out there want to establish relationships, and we all have a nostalgia about this place and our time here, and you are a way for us to reconnect to it. So please don't feel shy or worried or underestimate yourself. You're all very impressive because you're here, and will continue to be impressive afterwards, and are the kind of people that we want to know. So don't be afraid, just pick up the phone and
call.
And I'm gonna give you 3 very tactical pieces of advice. Email, I would recommend for somebody that you identify that you wanna talk to, send them an email, introduce yourself, say, I'm interested in this, your industry, I'm interested in your company, et cetera. You know, I understand that you're not hiring, I'd love to do an information. Follow up with a phone call. When you follow up with a phone call and you leave a message, because most people you won't get at their phone. Hi, this is Brian Schmidt from Middlebury College. My phone number is 617-335-7494, blah, 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 blah. Leave the number. You would be amazed at how many people, and I will do this. If someone will be like, hi, Brian Schmidt, I'm from Middlebury, I saw your company, I get like a 10-minute message, and either they don't leave their phone number, or the number's at the end of the message, and I have to like go back and forward in my voicemail, and there are times where I will just like, I'll just wait for the person to call me back. I won't call them back, because it's gonna take 10 minutes of my day, which is, you know, I could be doing other stuff. So very tactically, when you leave a message, name, phone number, then get into your message. Phone number at the end of the message. I know that sounds very, very tactical,